stunning.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You look very nice as well.
Looks very handsome too, right?
Is there something we still don't know about Matthew McConaughey's idyllic marriage? Obviously, yes. The actor's long-lasting relationship with Camilla Alvis has always been adventurous in a peculiar way. Although these two seem to be a perfect match, what matches in the first place is their weirdness. If you're excited to figure out the spicy details of Matthew McConaughey's love story, subscribe to Rumor Juice YouTube channel for exciting celebrity stories every day. One of Hollywood's most crushed-on men has found his life partner in the Brazilian model and fashion designer back in 2006. The couple's meeting deserves to be compared with a rom-com opening scene. Normally, a woman would be starstruck by McConaughey, but not Alvis. The model didn't recognize the movie star that night, and even when she did, his popularity wasn't enough of a reason to impress Camilla.
And I tried to get Vat's attention, and as I was trying to get Vat's attention across the room, it went in my head. I was like, this is not the kind of woman you call over across the room, McConaughey. Get your ass out of the chair and go get her, which I did.
It was late night when Alvis said she was going home. The friends insisted that she shouldn't go somewhere alone at such a late time, and then McConaughey proposed the model to spend the night at his place. She agreed, but only on the condition to sleep in a guest bedroom. When McConaughey snuck down there, Alvis rejected him. The actor mentioned in the interview with Howard Stern that his future spouse didn't even give him a kiss. Alvis left the next day without agreeing to go on a future date with McConaughey, but he kept trying, and after 2 more rejections, she eventually said yes. Ironically, the actor was, as he said to People TV back in 2017, happily single at the time, and he wasn't looking for a romance of any kind. It wasn't new to him to be around a stunning woman, but there was something special about Alvis, something that put her above all the others.
We went out on our first date 3 nights later, and I knew then that I said the next night after that, I wanted to go on another date.
McConaughey did his best for the attraction to become mutual, but neither of them expected it to turn into a lifelong relationship. In one of the interviews, Alvis admitted she was surprised they got married at all. Apparently, the heartthrob she fell in love with wasn't as romantic as some of the characters he portrayed on screen. Let's start with the fact that McConaughey hasn't worn deodorant in 20 years. But maybe it's not the thing that bothers Camilla. She doesn't care about his body odor, because sometimes she can't smell it over her own aroma. Well, the key word here is sometimes. According to In Touch, when Alvis was pregnant with their son, Levi Alvis McConaughey, she would skip showers for weeks. Pretty wild, huh? Or rather natural. Another close to wild thing these two have been involved in is vacations at Matthew's Texas ranch that he owned until 2011. According to TMZ, besides breeding and selling horses and cows, this ranch used to offer whitetail deer hunting. Matthew and Camilla used to spend a lot of time there with their first child, but after the deer hunting part of the business was revealed, McConaughey sold it to his nephew. Another property the actor sold was his own house. He did it right after the lovebirds got together. They could have simply moved into his place, but the decision was to have a common property from the very beginning. As cinematic as the couple's love story may seem, it wasn't only their connection that made it last. As McConaughey explained in 2017, it's gotta be the right person, but it has to be the right time.
You could meet, I could have met her 15 years ago and it wouldn't have, maybe not.
It's worth mentioning that before settling down with Camilla Alvis, the actor had dated numerous celebrity women. There's only a few we know about. The first actor's ex that comes to our mind is Penelope Cruz, with whom he split in 2006 due to busy work schedules. But there are rumors that Matthew was still with Penelope when he met Camilla Alvis, which makes their love story even spicier. Another rumor spread among the actor's fans once was about his relationship with Janet Jackson. Back in 2019, during the Watch What Happens live show, the host asked Matthew about his relationship with Janet. The actor gave an awkward, drawn-out laugh and asked whether it was enough of an answer.
You confirm or deny, and how would you describe your relationship with me?
And do you remember McConaughey's alleged relationship with Sandra Bullock?
Did you have the biggest crush on Sandra Bullock when you were doing A Time to Kill?
I developed a crush.
They dated after meeting on the set of A Time to Kill in 1997. Despite the obvious affection, Bullock was always coy about her romance with McConaughey. She once said that the actor had become a powerful force in her life and that they had fabulous chemistry together, but insisted that it was better for them to stay friends. Ironically, Sandra Bullock is also an old friend of Camilla Alvis. Sometimes she even takes her son Louis out on playdates with McConaughey's current wife and her children. What conclusion can we make looking at the actor's love story?
Our love fern! It's dead.
Well, love stories? Apparently, he wasn't searching for the opportunity to be a powerful force in someone's life. Or maybe he was, but But what really attracted him is the woman that became the Force herself. He was definitely stunned by her beauty, pride, and self-respect. But was it enough to end up in a lifelong relationship? For McConaughey, Alvis became the woman with whom he wanted to share all kinds of experiences. The woman to shine on a red carpet with. The woman to go mountain climbing with. The woman to skip showering for weeks with. The woman to raise children with. And finally, the woman who could joke about Matthew not being even slightly similar to the flawless characters he plays. Camilla Alvis is the woman who accepted the real Matthew McConaughey, and not the one we see in romantic comedies. Yeah, that's what we call a perfect match.